Hello, Cancer signs. Welcome to your weekly reading with me. We are just going to dive straight in. I have been away, but I have been trying to work and I just haven't been able to because I had a lot of issues with my camera, with my setup. So it's all sorted now. So hello. I hope you guys have missed me because I've missed working for you. But anyway, I'm about to dive into your reading. My God, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's dive into your reading. We're just going to take a deep breath together. If you want to, you can skip ahead and just jump into the messages that we have for you today. But if you do want to get grounded with me and you want to listen to some sound bowl and find some peace, hopefully for at least a second, then please feel free to do so. But let's take a deep breath together. All right, let's go. In and out. Okay. Okay, so I saw some interesting things. Number one, I saw a wave coming towards me. I felt a little bit like, I don't know if that's related to emotions, right? There's a wave of emotions coming away, Cancer signs, or if that represents that you can sense or feel something coming away that might be a bit emotional for you. We'll dive into that. That's fine. And I also saw a butterfly, so it also kind of references a bit of transformation in your life. So let's see what Spirit has to say about that. The initial M could be important, okay, for a word or for a name. Let's see, for the gorgeous Cancerians, hearing evergreen, what is that? A song? I don't know. All right, let's see. For Cancer signs, let's dive into your messages. What cards do you want to bring out? Loyal hearts. Wow, a lot of people have been having this. So I'm going to get you another one. But loyal hearts is all about your relationships, the people who've got your back, right? This is all about seeing who's right for you and who's not. So sometimes it does come up when we're like, oh, this isn't my person, but I know who will be. Like in terms of friendships as well. It's all about your soul tribe and loyal hearts. Now, of course, it does reference relationships. So some of you are getting into a good relationship or are already in one, hopefully. Let's see what the rest of the messages have to say. But love is important anyway. Anything else for Cancer signs exclusively for them? What do we have? Building blocks. Interesting. I don't really read these cards reversed ever, so I'm going to take it in the upright, but if I feel through the reading that it's reversed, then I'll understand. But building blocks is all about your independence as well, so it's all about building a life together. I wonder if it's because it's showing up with this card that you and someone else, like could be like a collaboration, for example, in work or in love, that you guys are building something, but it also is my very independent card, so maybe you are just an independent person. The choices that you make are incredibly important. I don't know if some of you are importing. I don't know, It's very important for you building up this foundation. So don't let anybody into your life, right? Don't just let anybody into your life and into your world. It's really important that you understand that you're building a foundation right now. And anything that's unstable that comes into your life that you say, oh yeah, sure, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, it could actually be quite lethal for what you're trying to grow at this time. So be independent, be strong in your decision making, and don't just be nice for the sake of it. All right, that might be weird coming from me, but like I want you to be nice, but don't overly give to people. Give people chances when they could ruin it for you. That's really kind of what I'm getting here when I see this card. But anyway, it's a really good card for you being a boss ass bitch, Cancer. Whatever you're building, career, whatever it is that you're doing, I love it. And I love whoever shows up as a building blocks card, because it just gives me boss vibes, right? You're just a boss at this time. So I like it. Okay, but let's see what else comes up for you. Temple path. This is always such a fascinating card, because to me this card just really speaks about you're coming to a point in your life that's kind of fated, like a point that you knew you would come here for. So as I said, it feels a bit fated here. You're arriving at a point in your life that is a part of your path and purpose. It's kind of ambiguous to know what it is. Again, maybe you're meeting a soulmate, maybe you're meeting a specific person who's going to help you in your career, or whatever it is, help you in your life, whatever it is. It's almost like a contract that you signed as a soul before you came here. A soul contract or event. Right, let's see. What else is going on for Cancer signs? Whoop. Right. Now, the first one's first is despondence. Then impatience came through, which can go hand in hand, right? Sometimes we're not happy, right? I wonder who this is. You just want growth, which is, again, directly the same as the despondence card. Is that you're asking spirit for things and your spirit's giving you things, but you're still not happy with it, right? So this is a level of despondence. Feeling a bit miserable, feeling a bit upset, or things are not very good enough. Now, this is not really so much related to what's around you as much as it is about what's within you, okay? A lot of the time we feel like if I had this, I would be much better. If I had that, I'd be much better. But it's when despondence comes up, there's a certain belief set, a belief system that you guys might have. Again, doesn't have to be your reading, that is making you more unhappy than the situation that you're blaming it on. That's all I'm going to say, okay? Because spirit is showing up for you here when despondence comes in. Now, it could also be because you're not getting the results in time. So some of you are showing up a little bit. Do I want to say it? Whoever I'm reading for, and it's okay. You can, if it resonates, then it resonates. I'm not saying it to offend anybody. I'm just saying it because spirit's just showing it. And sometimes it's good to get a bit of a realization, a bit of a mirror. Sometimes we don't realize we're doing certain things. I'm not saying you're a bad person. If it doesn't resonate, then it's not your message here. So it's okay either way. But they're saying you're a bit ungrateful at this time. You're in a mood. You want growth. You want things to change. You want your life to look a certain way. But you can't just... How can I say this? Because impatience coming through, the story behind this is he's asking to see the sun, right? So during the night, wait. And spirit says, don't worry, it's coming. The sun will come. It will rise. But you get so impatient that you start fiddling with things and it ends up getting in the way. So that's what spirit's kind of saying here, is that you might be blocking your own growth here by trying to force things to work that just don't work. Like I said, you're building things right now, and some building blocks that you guys are putting into your life might not be very long term, like stable for you long term. So patience is important. Okay, don't go fiddling with things. Don't go blocking your own blessings because of your impatience and despondence. No, it could be someone else around you. So I'll leave it at that. Next, okay, like I don't want to insult anybody. I'm just the messenger. Let's dive into the rest of the cards then. The first thing that I want to pull out that I've been doing for everyone, as always, is like an overall theme. So I'm going to just have a little look and see what the overall theme is for Cancer signs during this week. Please, Spirit. They keep showing me the color blue for some reason. Some of you could have blue eyes, or like blue is important. It could be throat chakra, so right, needing to speak your truth or dive into your truth, whatever it is. Okay, the Hanged Man being your overall energy, so you feel a bit stuck. Feel like things are not moving the way they wanted to. The need to reflect and to look at things from a different lens. Like I said, with the despondence and impatience, I don't... I trust that those watching love me as much as I love them. So I'm not saying anything to offend. And if it doesn't resonate, it's not your readings. Don't come at me in the comments. But it does feel a little bit like you're blaming a lot of things outside of yourself. But the Hanged Man is all about perspective. Like it feels a little bit like... Yeah, okay, perspective is important. I'm going to clarify this for you, but Hanged Man, maybe again, finances seem to be escaping you. You feel like you're trying, and you feel still stuck. Hanged Man almost feels like this is a phase of stagnancy in your life. And I wonder if that's a temple path. I wonder if it's kind of for a reason. In which case, I don't know. I'm not the universe. I have no idea why things are happening for you. I only read cards. So let's try figure it out together. Why is the Hanged Man the overall theme for Cancer signs right now? Okay, Queen of Wands and the Eight of... Okay, yeah, exactly what I was saying. Like, the Queen of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles does suggest that maybe there is an idea that they want you to work on. This is all about being maybe a manager, or again, just showing up as your authentic self. Queen of Wands, passions and projects. Eight of Pentacles, working on those. Naturally gaining attention. But the Hanged Man is still this energy of being stuck. I wonder if some of you do have some good things in your life right now, but again, it's not up to par for your liking. Can I understand the level of stagnancy here? What's the level of stagnant? What's this Hanged Man about? Okay, Tower and the Wall. So this is going to change anyway, but the Tower, as I said, I feel like something's in the foundation that needs to be removed. That's what the Tower is, right? The Tower is built on unstable foundation. So, of course, it comes crashing down eventually. It's almost like a bit of a... consequence, if you want to call it that. So the world being here is a new cycle. It's a great card. It's a new cycle, new phase. A Tower card coming through feels like this is going to change quite rapidly for you. So within the next few weeks or this week, I do see that that's changing. Eight of Pentacles, especially with building blocks. I feel like you're actually in the middle of coming out of stagnancy. Finances will start to get better, but Queen of Wands tells me you need to be confident enough to take action on your ideas. Okay, if there's a side hustle that you guys want to work on, or if you want to learn some new skills, this is definitely saying it's time to start doing that. Okay, the Hanged Man. Because I do feel like some of you might feel like, okay, the money that I get in ends up coming back out again, or you just feel a little bit tangled. This is changing though, so I like that. But let's see the rest of the cards because I want to understand a bit more about that. Some of you will have some success in like a work. So I don't know if you'll be getting a new job and one that pays very well, or if you're working on something as a freelancer, right? Because I sometimes see the King and Queen of Wands is like self-employed. I don't know why. All right. Let's see how Cancer signs are showing up during this time. Ooh, okay. 3 cards, that's fine. The Ace of Swords, truth, clarity. As I said, I kept seeing blue, so this makes sense here. It does feel like you guys are gaining enlightenment at this time, and that's why the Hanged Man is here, and it does feel like that's changing things. There is some truth that you guys are coming to the understanding of during this week that is actually going to help you start giving to the right things for your happy future. 10 of Cups is the dream, right? It's the ultimate happiness, the emotional fulfillment of you, of a family, it's the long-term happiness goals that we have. Happy house, happy home, everyone's happy. The Six of Pentacles is really about balancing that. So it just feels like you are showing up this week as a person who has the sword, who's calling the shots and making the choices. Okay, so your truth matters at this time. Whatever you guys are seeing differently during this week with the Hanged Man being there, it's important that you take action on this. Ace of Swords, important communication. But it feels like this is your energy. You're coming through as clear. Six Pentacles, giving to the right things. Okay, so maybe you're already changing that. If that's the case, I like that for you for sure. Let's see. Does this mean anything? I'm going to show you this up close. If anyone knows, I don't know if it's Latin. I don't know. I have no idea, but I feel like I'm being called for it. Where is it? What does it say? A bon druids? Don't know. Should I look it up? Should I see? What does it mean? It says, with good reason, or rightfully, deservedly, with, okay, so justly, it's a law. It's French, by the way, not Latin. Like I'm just assuming. Okay, that's cool. So something's being made right. So, and with good reason. That's how you're showing up. So I feel like whatever truth you guys are deciding to speak or whatever clarity is coming away, I feel like it's deserved. Things are being made right, which makes sense with the balance here. This is not the Justice card. So, I mean, I am feeling a bit of legal situation, but it doesn't feel that bad. If you are dealing with legal situations, this feels like everything's going to be fine. But that's just for a very minor few people. Just had to say it. It's a message for someone out there. Okay, so you're showing up well. You're showing up with peace. You're showing up with, again, like good reason. Okay. Love that. So what's the energy of the week? Little one for the center of the spread, the moon. That is you, Cancer. Because we have the Seven of Swords here, that is a little bit of secrets or a little bit of... could even be self-sabotage based on your own feelings and emotions. But again, we did say that too. Actually, that feels very much to do with the despondence and impatience. I didn't do something for you, so I'm just going to quickly get you some random cards here. Any extra messages for Cancer signs? Vine. So this says, seek out information that will help you. Love that. That kind of gives me the Eight of Pentacles. Indecisiveness, allowing a life to ramble aimlessly. I feel like that's a bit of the wheel. The Hanged Man. Hand, in need of help, assistance, and guidance. Maybe you guys are helping someone else. Someone's asking you for help. And Lion, time to act. Being bold, assertive, strong, courageous. I'm going to just clarify the moon. What's interesting is I don't feel like whatever the moon is, it's kind of represented a bit like a cloud for me, because it's like a wave. Oh, it's a wave. It's something that's temporary, that just passes by. So like certain feelings can sometimes distort our reality or our truth. Like we feel so strongly that that we're living a terrible life, but it's just a wave. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I'm trying my best to explain it. But the moon represents distortion. And in the fool's journey, when the fool comes across the moon, he feels distorted. He feels a bit sick. He feels nauseous. Like things are not super clear in the moon's energy, right? It's intense, and it's a full moon here, so it's intense energies. But when he keeps moving forward, he feels a lot better. So I always say with this card, you have to move forward, even when your fears are kind of trying to make you go against what you know you should be doing or whatever it is. Because you're showing up as the Ace of Swords mostly, I feel like you're able to see it this week, whatever is kind of having hidden intentions, or even if it's, again, your own feelings and emotions that might be, again, betraying you a little bit here. Let's clarify the moon. Why is the moon in the energy of the week? The Four of Pentacles connecting them, reversed. What did I say in the beginning of your reading? Just a wave, didn't I? Why is the moon here in the energy of the week? What can you tell me about this energy for Cancer signs? Three of Swords there, the moon and the Hierophant. So some of you might be feeling a little bit like it could be to do with your beliefs, because the Hierophant is really heavily to do with your belief system. It could also be relationships. Hierophant could be marriage. And the Four of Pentacles reversed. Usually it's about holding back or holding on. So in reversed, it feels a little bit like, would it be letting something go? Let me understand that. Three of Swords, a little bit of heartbreak, a little bit of pain going on for you at this time. Why is the Four of Pentacles reversed? The Tower. Could be letting something go. The Wall and the Queen of... Interesting. Sorry for doing that in the mic. So Queen of Wands coming up, as we were saying, with the Hanged Man energy. I feel like you're getting an idea. And maybe you have had, there's a little bit of distortion around this week. Again, I'm not exactly sure what it is. It just really could be fears. The Wall and the Tower, I feel like there is this spark of truth that's coming through that, again, whatever this thing is that feels drowning, like a tide, right? Knocking you down a little bit. Could be a relationship. I have no idea. If you're already separated, you will already know for sure. But it feels like you're letting go, that you're no longer holding back, even though the moon is still in the energy, which is weird. I hope you guys are catching my drift, because I don't even know if I am. So it feels like you're letting go, which feels kind of good, because in a way what I'm seeing now is like something that was like, okay, I get it. So the moon showing up this week is important, because it does feel like a lot of, again, whatever this wave is, I'm seeing Four of Pentacles can be a heavy energy. It's a very stubborn energy. So it feels like you're letting something go that was once making you very stubborn. Could be, again, despondence, or something that felt important to you to some degree, but I was seeing it as a heavy weight, and it was kind of keeping you under the wave. And at this point, of course, it becomes a bit like you're drowning in these feelings and emotions and this energy. So I feel like by letting something go that you had a lot of importance around, whether it's, again, beliefs or whatever, belief of your life, belief of yourself, belief of a person, don't know, you let it go and you rise back up again. You're able to catch your breath, see the truth, cut ties with something. It feels more inner wall, because, again, you are the moon, really, Cancer signs. So it does feel like you're changing a lot to do with your belief or what you're attached to. What you're committed to or attached to is the word they want to say. Woof, your reading's hard for me. Let me know if it resonates so far. All right, let's dive into your near future. How are you showing up in the near future? Ace of Wands. Woof. Got your fire back in your belly again, which is awesome, because this is all about excitement. Okay, it's a new beginning. We have a lot of aces coming through already. Okay, which is awesome. New energies. This is passionate projects. This is a new idea that's going to take you places. It could even be movement coming up for you, but this is coming up in your energy in the future. So again, you're becoming more enthusiastic over life. You're becoming more powerful in a way. Maybe you're using your anger in a productive way instead of a destructive way, for example. And that could be this whole Hanged Man energy of changing your perspective. Yeah, putting the blame on something else. Not that you should be blaming yourself, but it's like, okay, this is happening. What can I do about it for myself? You know, instead of blaming other people for where you're at. It's like taking control, taking action. When we see wands, we think action. So that's important. So you'll be taking action. Right. What about the recent past, should I say? What's the recent past for Cancer signs? The Page of Wands. So you had some sort of news. Page of Wands is some news. This could be someone that needed your help in some way. I'm going to clarify what that is. Could be some announcement. What is the Page of Wands doing in the recent past for Cancer signs? 10 of Cups. I just feel like there was good news in the family. That's what that feels like. Happiness. All right. Or something to do with your goal. Because remember, 10 of Cups could just be that goal that you had over here. But I feel like you're feeling, you're more protective over your family or your circle. Anyway, Page of Wands, good news. I feel like you've had recently some really good news in terms of the family, in terms of your dreams playing out, basically. So whether that's career, your dream career, you're starting to get some glimpses that that's happening, or yeah. Okay. What about, what are the challenges for Cancer signs during this week? 2 cards out for that. Strength. So your challenge really is about having strength and courage to be strong. What about another challenge for Cancer signs? 2 of Pentacles. So being strong and to balance everything. Just remember, you're the magician. There's nothing you can't do. Just remember that. So 2 of Pentacles can be about decision making, making choices. Could be your challenge right now, but it's also about juggling a lot of different things, right? You're multitasking a lot during this time and you're needing to stay strong. Those are your challenges here. What about the advice? What's the advice that we have for Cancer signs? High Priestess, trust your intuition, for it will guide you to the right places. Okay. Interesting. King of Swords and the 4 of Swords represents taking a break, and Knight of Cups. If you're dealing with an air sign and you've taken a little bit of a break from this person, then I do feel like this person is going to come in with an apology during this week with the Knight of Cups to mend things. Up to you what you want to do with that. But I feel like this is also about you healing from whatever that moon is. I do see that you're changing, especially the butterfly. I think it's important because this 4 of Swords, it feels like I feel like a resurrection almost. Not that I feel like you've been through a 10 of Swords, but I feel like whatever this moon is, you're going through a change, right? Whenever you're transforming, like there is a part of yourself that is coming to an end. And I don't know why I'm seeing it as this. You know, in the movies, sorry, they just show me things in my brain and that's the only way I see it, where it almost is like you get brought back to life. Like they're yeah, and it just feels like that. And ever since you're coming back to life, you're a lot more logical. Like you're a lot more structured. I feel like you're becoming the King of Swords after taking some time out. Like you are able to see things more clearly. So healing, focusing on your health, focusing on your mental health, physical health, spiritual health, whatever it is, taking time out for you, taking a break is so important. To heal something, most importantly, to get clearer, because as soon as you do that, you do actually become clearer for sure. You become the King of Swords, more direct. A lot of this is you standing in your truth though, for sure, by the way. So why is the High Priestess here? Why is the High Priestess here in the advice? 2 of Swords, well, for sure, making a decision on a choice that you need to make. What is this choice? 8 of Cups, walking away from something that doesn't really start. This card is coming up for everyone. Ace of Swords tells me you already know what you need to do though. The truth is already out there. So 8 of Cups is about leaving something behind or moving on from something, or finding something that is more fulfilling. What area of their life? 10 of Swords. It's not giving me an area really. I just feel like maybe starting fresh, or again like ending something to have this Ace of Wands, because this jumped on top of this. What is this wave for you? Let me know what this wave is for you, because it does feel like a bit of an intense moment. I mean, you got the moon in the middle of your spread, the full moon here, which is again intensity. Actually doing this reading the day before, so I wonder if I'll post this a bit earlier for you. The full moon, that is, and it's in Sagittarius, which could be the beginning of a new idea or a new path. So yeah, as I was saying, I see this wave. I feel like you're noticing something during this wave based on something that's happening, of what you've been holding on to and how that's been keeping you under the water. And I think as soon as you heal from that, I see you like get washed up on the shore. And as soon as you wake up, you have this like certainty. I wonder if you guys have been through something kind of traumatic and it's really kind of made you see life a bit differently, you know, which might be the reason why you're coming out of despondence and you're trusting in spirit more. Okay, let's see your near future. What's the energy of the next few weeks? Seven of Cups. Okay, a lot of options still. And Eight of Wands. Okay, so this is kind of good. Eight of Wands always says you're moving in the right direction. A lot of opportunities coming up for you, but a lot of obstacles are being lifted, right? You're seeing more clearly, which again, all of this is kind of saying so. High Priestess and the Moon can again be about hidden things, but because you are in the position of the Ace of Swords, I think that you already know what the truth is. Like, even if someone's not admitting it or if it's not super clear, you do know deep down. So they want you to trust that, as that being your advice. Especially when making choices, and to trust yourself into making choices. Don't let other people manipulate you, or don't let other people try to scare you. You already know what's best for you. Eight of Wands, your near future, you're moving in the right direction. Love that, especially because we have the Wheel being indecisive, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. You're getting more direction. And Seven of Cups tells me you're having a lot of options to choose from. So that it feels good here. Let's then look at your area of love. Love, please, for Cancer signs at this time. Oh my god, Gemini just had that, and it was a very beautiful spread. Like, I always see with this, like, in love, what I was saying to them, I'll say to you because it's the same message, right? Three of Wands could be waiting for somebody. So if you're single, you could be waiting for your person to come into your life. I don't think it's long, because in this deck the ship is right there, so I would say quite soon. And the next thing I was going to say, if you're in a relationship, it does feel like you guys are making a choice. Some of you will, so many things. Some of you are going to meet someone whilst traveling, for sure. If you want to relocate, you're going to meet someone whilst relocating or traveling. And now if you're in a relationship, I do see relocation, or that you guys are deciding on which path you want to take together, and you're deciding to move forward in that direction. I also got that if it was long distance relationship, that you might be meeting up with each other. But let's clarify, you all want to see a bit more. Why is the Three of Wands in terms of love here? Empress, my goodness. So the Ten of Swords represents an ending here. Oh, the Devil. Some of you have been in a little bit of a connection where what's interesting is the Devil being here. An ending. But for some reason, I'm not like so much picking up on, if you have been, like, let's say you're single and you've been through a lot of manipulative energies in love and secrets, for example, Ten of Swords, the Devil, I do think you're going to put an end to that, or have. And the Empress is about knowing your worth, knowing your value, and that you know that there's better love out there for you, and that's good. You will have love soon. If you're in a relationship and it's a happy relationship, the Ten of Swords and the Devil could be that there's a lot of fears and a lot of distortion going on right now. That chapter is coming to an end. It may have been very difficult for the both of you, but I feel like maybe relocation is needed, or that something, the Empress as well, maybe there's been a pregnancy, or that you guys are starting to understand a bit better and feel more connected to where you want to go. I don't know, there's a bit more at ease coming on here. Ace of Cups, the Sun. Now for some of you, if you have been with a toxic person, I think you're recognizing that maybe they've been manipulating you, and that they're still not telling you the truth. And now that you've healed from something and saw their true colors, I do see that you're going to be moving away from this person. That's for some of you, okay? And relocating. Okay, because the Empress, knowing your worth, knowing your value, knowing that you want your equal partner, not someone who pretends to be someone that they're not. Anyway, let's go into career and finances. The Tower. Taurus had this too. Okay, there's a shakeup going on in this area of your life. So just pay attention to maybe make sure you have savings. Could be a lot of unexpected things coming up here. Why is the Tower in a career or money? Seven of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. So what's the Tower part? Five of Pentacles reversed and a star. That's a good sign. This is a positive shakeup. Five of Pentacles is interesting. Reversed again with that Moon. I'm seeing you, oh god, like I'm not seeing it anymore. Let me just fix the camera. But I'm going to show you up close, because why not? Because we're almost done anyways. Like, I feel like I'm seeing you going after something, which feels good. There's two cards here. The Seven of Cups reverse. Yeah, I feel like whatever that Moon has been doing in your life, you're starting to understand whatever this is. Like, it's an area, or it's something that's just like not good for you. It's in the air. It feels like there's just a distorted place that makes you feel like crap about your life, but then as soon as you move, you're like, oh my god, life is so good. You know, just feels like there's a distorted area. I don't know what that is. A cloud, a wave, don't know. So Seven of Cups from Five of Pentacles reverse is really good actually, because it tells me that you are moving out of a phase where you had a lot of lack of self-worth or a lot of lack of finances, because we're in an area of finances, okay? Maybe you did get kicked out of a job, for example, or things didn't work out there, and maybe that made you feel a little bit low, but I feel like that's what's changing, especially because the Star card is here on top of the Ace of Wands in your near future. So this is awesome. A lot of you guys are going to be connecting to a great idea or a great opportunity that's going to be a dream come true. And the Seven of Pentacles in this, Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords tells me that you're finding an opportunity, and it's something that you're going to work very, very hard on and see some growth in, right? Seven of Pentacles is difficult. It does represent the fact that you are growing something and there is a bit of result there, but you're not yet able to harvest it. So I feel like eventually you're going to have an increase in finances, but maybe not right now, but I feel like you're opening up opportunities to do so. So that's where the shake-up is. And a dream is coming true. You're getting a good opportunity. Okay. And let's get you out a specific, oh my god, yeah, I forgot. Let me just get you out a specific message for somebody. Nine of Swords. You're being called to stop overthinking, Cancer signs. All right, there's an owl coming through. It reminds me of Harry Potter. Right? You get a letter from Spirit. Important information that's going to make you feel a bit better about how things have been going for you, okay? You've been worried, all right? Makes sense with the moon. Things have been very, very challenging for you as of late, but it feels like you're gaining your control back. You do have to make big decisions, and you do have to be juggling a lot of different things, and you are going to need to be courageous and bold with that Strength card being there, but these are all things that you already have within you already, so it's nothing that you need to find. It's all within you. So Nine of Swords as a specific message. Some of you might be struggling with sleep, all right, for sure. Some of you might need to, what am I seeing with this? Cleanse your space. I feel like cleansing your space is important, whatever that means, whether it's deep cleaning or smudging or praying over a space. But I do feel like you're getting the gift of insight. What does that mean? Which makes sense because you're showing up with the Ace of Swords. Okay, so if you find that your clairvoyant skills are getting bigger, which I was supposed to say to you in the beginning actually, because I was only seeing images, so I was going to tell you that maybe you guys are becoming more clairvoyant, okay? Which could be the case. And maybe you're being bothered by spirit lately with this card. Okay, either way, your sleep is being challenged, so they want you to try and prioritize rest if you're able to. Okay, and not to worry about things because everything's going to be okay. Remember that in your near future, which is in the next few weeks. All right, my angels, I love you guys. I wish you all the best. I've been yapping here for 30 minutes. Again, I've been doing that with everyone lately, so apologies for that. But if it resonates with you, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching because every single view matters to me. It helps me a lot to grow over here. And if you would like to, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment because those are also really big things that help me out over here as well. So if you feel called to do that, then thank you. But yeah, that's all I have for you, I guess. I will see you guys next time.